Hello, friends. So, today I am going to talk about the concept of quantile regression. Now, we all know about OLS regression. So, first, before going into quantile regression, we need to know that what are the limitations of OLS regression. So, in OLS regression, we all know that there are many points, okay, there are many points, and we pass a line through those points. And we try to pass a line such that the difference between the error terms is the least. uh, the average difference between the error terms is the least, which means that OLS takes into account only the average of the error terms and not any other distribution of the error terms, which shows that OLS is not a very accurate estimate of that. So, in the case of OLS, because there is no concept of giving weights to the error terms, be it negative error or positive errors, all the errors are averaged together, and we try to minimize the average of e- all the errors. And what is an error? Error is the difference, it is the distance from one second. Yes, it is the distance from, suppose there is a point here, then it is the distance from this point to the error term. So that is the error in the case of, so suppose we have a point here, so then the difference is our error from the actual line and the uh, OLS line, from the actual points and the OLS line. So in such cases, we see if there is an outlier, okay. Suppose that all the data are clusters around this point, but there is an outlier here, okay. There is an outlier here, but rest of my data are clustered around this point, okay. Is clustered around one point. There is an outlier far away. But in that case, because we are taking average, we are not taking into account any other forms of uh, central tendency or any other forms of dispersion. What will happen that the OLS will affect the data a lot. So even if most of the data is passing through this zone, our OLS line will become like this because of one outlier. So this is one criticism of the OLS. So we do quantile regression. Now what happens in quantile regression? Now first we need to know what are quantiles. Okay. So suppose I draw a CDF like this. This is a CDF. So quantile is nothing. Quantile is dividing the data into several parts and understanding which part a particular point of the data falls into. Okay. So suppose I score a particular marks in the exam. That means I have scored better than a certain percentage of the students. Then we can say that that is my quantile, which we can show by tau. So suppose if uh, mu tau, okay, is my marks, then tau is my quantile. Suppose I have there are 100 students and each of them has scored 1 2 3 4 till 100. Each of them has scored like this. So we divide the data in a, we actually arrange the data in an ascending order. We write from 1 to 100. Then suppose we divide it into percentiles, okay, then our 10th percentile will be number 10, okay. Our 65th percentile will be number 65. Suppose we divide it into deciles, okay, then our first decile will be all the numbers from 1 to 10. Our third decile will be all the numbers from 30 to 40. Like that, we divide the data. So, in this case, we can see that if this is my marks, if mu tau is my marks, which I am showing in this axis, then tau here can be my quantile. So, you see that mu tau is a function of tau. We can write it as mu tau equals to, as a function of tau, right? So F inverse tau. Then the graph will have mu here and tau here. But here in this case, we will write it as tau equals to, this is very simple, f of mu tau. Now we need to understand in the case of uh, quantile regression, what is actually happening. Okay. Suppose we have lots of data points, and how do I make the points? Oh no, sorry. Mm, okay. Suppose we have lots of data points throughout our data. Okay, like this, this, this. So I will tell you about unconditional quantile first. Okay, this, this. So we have so many data points like this in our data set. So in the case of quantile regression, we do not care about the average of the error terms, and we are not trying to minimize the average of the error terms. What we are trying to do is a little different. Suppose we are doing quantile regression for tau equals to 0.3. Okay, this is 0, 0 for tau equals to 0.3. Then if you think of this line as a total of 100%, okay, then 30% of my data will be at around this point. So my tau equals to 0.3, that line will pass through here. That is my quantile regression line for tau equals to 0.3. Now here what are we minimizing? We are minimizing the difference between this point and this point, and the point on the line and our line. We are minimizing the difference. So we are minimizing the difference in term of the quantile line, not in terms of the average line. That used to happen in the case of OLS. Suppose we now want to do for tau equals to uh, 0.5. Okay. So 50% of my data will be at around this point, right? So then I will move then my OLS line will be like this. Okay. Then I will minimize the error, the distance from this point to this point, and from here to here like this. Suppose now I want to do for tau equals to 0.95. Okay. Then 95% of my data will be at around this point. So then my line will be like this. So this is how quantile regression is done. Now the question is, what do you minimize and how do you make the function of what you are minimizing so that you can estimate the beta, the slope, right? So what we are basically minimizing is this distance, these distances of course. But these distances we are supposed to give weights. Now why we are supposed to give weights to these distances? See, uh, for this line, for the 0.3 line, okay, it is passing through here, right? So for tau equals to 0.3, it is natural that most of the data will be above the line than most of the data being below the line, because it is tau equals to 0.3. It is just it is just above the 30% of the data line, right? So most points will be above the line. So if we give equal weightage to the with the distances of the points so much above the line, like from this point and to this point, then the error will come a lot. But that is not correct estimation. So what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to penalize the errors that are above the line less than the amount of penalization we do to the error that are below the line in case of tau equals to 0.3, because it is natural that most of the errors will be above the line than below the line. Okay. So how do we write the check function? I will first I will write the formula. Okay. Okay. So in the case of what we are minimizing, I will write that. So we are basically, to estimate beta, we will minimize. How do you write tau? Give me one second. Okay. So I can write it like this actually. Hmm. We are basically minimizing y minus x beta hat. Okay, this is beta hat. If I'm writing small b, then think that this is x beta hat into rho. This is what we are minimizing. Okay. Uh, okay. Ah, sorry, I couldn't zoom it further. So, see, y minus x b into p. This is what we are minimizing in this case. Okay. So, there will be different values of p, which is the weight, for different error terms. So, for those which are above the line, in case of tau equals to 0.3, those will be penalized less, and those which are below the line, okay, those will be penalized more. Okay, so I will show one thing. So here I hope you can understand my y. The y I have written is my points, okay, and x beta is the line I have passed. It is the expectation of y is the x beta. So that is not something that I will have to tell you. So okay, so now let us understand how we give those weights. Okay, so suppose we are drawing a line like this. Okay, so suppose this is my weight. I'm measuring the weight here. Now here I will write about negative errors, and here I write positive errors. So for tau equals to 0.3, or for, okay, first let us take the case of tau equals to 0.5. In that case, be it positive errors or be it negative errors, these are the positive errors or these are the negative errors. Whatever it is, okay, whatever be the errors, both of them will have equal amount of weight. So it will be like this. Both of them will be given the equal weight. So then what are the equal weights? If total weight is 1 and both of them are given equal weights, then both of them will be given tau equals to 0.5, that weight. Okay. But let us take the case of tau equals to 0.3. Then my negative errors have to be uh, penalized less, and my positive errors will be penalized more, right? Sorry, I am sorry. If it is tau equals to 0.3, then my negative errors will be penalized more and my positive errors will be penalized less. So my positive error line will be like this. Sorry, I should take the brush. So the positive error line will be like this, and my negative error line will be like this. So the weights to the negative errors will be more and my weights to the positive errors will be less. So my weight to the positive error will be tau, and my weight to the negative error will be tau minus 1 or 1 minus tau, whatever. I'll write a mod. So okay, fine, I'll just write 1 minus tau. Okay, it will be 1 minus tau. Okay. So just remember this. If my error is positive, then the amount of weight I am giving it will be tau. And if my error is negative, then the amount of weight I will give it is 1 minus tau. So here tau is equals to 0.3. And here 1 minus tau is equals to 0.7. Which means, you see, the positive errors got less weight and negative errors got sorry, and the negative errors got more weight, because if there are lots of points below the line, even when it is just 0.3, then that is not a good thing now. Then that means my line is not estimating properly. Okay, so this is the error that we try to minimize. Okay. Okay, actually there will be a sigma here, huh? Sigma y minus xb into p. I will write it properly. Sigma y minus xb into p. Now let us take the case of the 0.95 line. Okay, let's take the case of tau equals to 0.95, which means the blue line. Okay, so I will use the same one. Okay. So if tau equals to 0.95, then it is natural. There will be more points below the line than above the line. So those points below the line will be penalized less. That means negative errors will be penalized less. So my negative error will be, so my row, my weights to the negative error will be less, but my positive errors will be penalized more. So my row to the positive errors will be this. So my, you know what is row to the positive error? What is weight to the positive errors? It is tau, like I said. So here tau is equals to 0.95. So see, they are getting penalized so much. And my 1 minus tau will then be 1 minus 0.95, which is equals to 0.5. So see, my negative errors got penalized less and my positive errors got penalized more. So this is how I explained the concept of check function and the basic concept of quantile regression. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.